Welcome to Educonnect. I am Patience Emmanuel, and I'm so excited to have you here with me today. On this channel, we share everything about educational climate, and our goal is to make learning fun, engaging, and accessible for all. So in today's video, I'll be sharing 7 tips you will consider when choosing a school for your child. And you will agree with me that when choosing a school for your child, it has to do with the future of your child. So you want to be very careful why you choose the school for your child, so you don't make the mistake you stand to regret tomorrow. So the number 1 tip you should consider when choosing a school for your child is the facilities. What are the classroom like? Do they have a big classroom? Is the classroom or are the classroom comfortable for a child to learn? The bigger the classroom for the child, the better, because the child will feel comfortable in learning in such an environment. You will also want to go to the library to check the library if they have enough books where your children can, comfortably go to carry out their research and also do their assignments. Also, you will check facilities like the sports facilities. Do we have enough space? Is there anything like a field for your child to play? Do not forget that you taking your child to a school, in as much as they are going to learn too, you want to make them comfortable, because if they are comfortable, they will sit well to learn. Another factor I want to discuss is the distance between the house and the school. My dear parents, this is very important. You need to consider the distance from the house to the school, because you will not want your kids traveling a long journey on the road going to school. In Nigeria here, you believe with me that classes start by 8. That's first class starts by 8. So just imagine the kids traveling a long distance and maybe they are arriving school by 9 for that day. It means they have already missed the first class. And do not forget that you want the best for your child. So it is very necessary for you to consider the distance from the house to school, so that you don't end up also stressing that child. You can imagine if a child comes back, like we all know we have 5 days in a week, and a child has to go to school for all those days. So imagine a child coming back now by 6 o'clock, and then the child still has to, that child will come to the house and do his or her assignments, okay, and try to prepare for the next day. So if the child is coming to school, or if that child is coming to the house late, it will be a big stress on the child, and even the parents too. Even you that you got the children from school, it will be a big stress for you. Another second factor you want to consider in choosing a school for your child is the closeness or the distance from the house to the school. Or the number 3 tips I'll be discussing here is the school culture. Please, you will want to check if that school is disciplined, if they discipline the child. You will not want to train up a child in the house with good morals, and at the end of the day, he goes to a particular school and then, lose all those morals. That's what you want for your child. So you need to check their school culture, how they discipline, okay? What are their rules and regulations, okay? If it's actually matches with your rules and your regulations at home. This is also very important for you to consider. The number 4 point I want to share with us is to consider the costs. When choosing the right school for your child, don't overlook the financial side. It is very important, because outside the school fees, you still have to pay for the uniforms. You still have to buy books for the child, and other little, fees or other little things that will come up. And you wouldn't want a situation whereby if you can't meet up with all those things, your child will start sitting at home, because it might tell psychologically on that child. So please, considering the way things are in Nigeria, you have to consider the costs. Let it be that when you're taking the child to a school, it can be what you can afford. So that even before they send the child away for fees, you've been able to pay that fees. Cost is very, very important. You don't have to tell yourself that, oh, the bigger the school fees, the better the school. It's not true. All you want is the best for your child. So what you need to do is you just need to make your findings. If that school is very okay for your child, good and fine. So cost is very important to consider when choosing a school for your child. The number 5 point I'll be discussing here with us is to chat with the students. Yes, chat with students that have been attending that school. Yes, kids will want to tell you the way it is. They don't hide anything. Kids don't hide anything. So you want to call that child or you want to call the students, find out how is the school like. Do they teach very well? Do they have good teachers? Are the teachers friendly? Okay, you find out things from the kids or from the students that have been attending that particular school you wish to take your child to, and they will open up to you. We are looking for the best for our children, so you don't have to relent in asking some of those students that have been attending that school. They will want to open up the way the school is and tell you everything about that school. That school is not okay. Kids will come out plain to tell you, and if it's okay, they will also tell you that it is okay. The number 16 I have here on my list is to check the school safety. When you're choosing a school for your child's safety comes first. It is very important. Do not forget that they spend a reasonable amount of hours in the school, and you want your mind to be at peace wherever you are when your child is in school. So you want to check if they have a plan for emergencies like fire, like earthquake, okay, or lockdown. Please, you need to check all these things. You don't just pick your child and take to a school anyhow. Check if they have things in place for emergency, as this is very important. You also need to check the security of the place. If it's a place that is okay, where you have where the school has security officers, so that in case of anything, your child will be safe. Please, parents, consider this. Do not forget that we want a better future for our children because they are the leaders of tomorrow. The number 7 point I have here on my list is the class size. Know how many students are in class. The fewer the better, because it means your child gets more attention. You can imagine, let's take for instance a teacher teaching let's say 50 students in a particular class, and maybe it has to do with mathematics where they give classwork, and that teacher has to go around to check the work that each child has done. That teacher may not have the strength to go around the 50 people to check. But if we have a class size of let's say 20, 25, okay, that teacher will go around to check what kids are doing. Because truth be told, there are times that teachers are teaching and kids are busy doing something else. So you need to consider the class size such that the teacher can easily go around and monitor what the child is doing. Please, this is very important. You will not want to take your child to a particular school where they are very large in class, where attention will not be paid, or where your child will not get attention. Please. So when you're considering choosing a school for your child, class size is also very important. In choosing the best school for your child, we have so many tips or things you should consider when choosing a school for your child, but I've picked out this few, okay, and this will be like a part 1 of the video, okay. I think we'll have part 2 and 3 where I'll be discussing other tips you should consider when choosing a school for your child. And if you want to get all these tips, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you get upload whenever I upload a new video. I can't wait for us to start this journey. With these tips I've given, I believe this will help you in choosing a school for your child. I'll see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching, and bye for now.